Hi, this is Tony Lin. Welcome to my video. And a while ago, CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky, she posted this on her Twitter. She said, wearing a mask has 80% reduce your chance of getting a COVID-19 infection. So this is really a significant number, 80%. So in today's video, we're going to actually look at the scientific study done by the CDC, which suggests the claim by the Dr. Rochelle Walensky, and to tell you whether this is a fact or false. So without further ado, let me take you to her tweet. And this was posted on November 5th, 2021. So this is what she wrote. A mask can help reduce your chance of COVID-19 infection by more than 80%. Or 80%, that's a lot. Masks also help protect from other illness like common cold and flu. Wearing a mask along with getting vaccinated are important steps to stay healthy. And also, he attached the video along with the tweet. Let me play this video for you.
The evidence is clear. Masks can help prevent the spread of COVID-19 by reducing your chance of infection by more than 80%. Whether it's an infection from the flu, from the coronavirus, or even just the common cold. In combination with other steps like getting your vaccination, hand washing, and keeping physical distance, wearing your mask is an important step you can take to keep us all healthy.
So as you heard, she said the mask can reduce your chance of getting COVID-19 more than, it's not just 80%, it's more than 80%. Talk about the use of a cloth mask to control the spread of SARS-CoV-2. So let us look at this article, and as usual, I'll include the link for you so you can actually read this article yourself. So here it says a multi-layer cloth mask block release of the exhaled respiratory particle into the environment. So in this article, they talk about the cloth mask. So when I believe that when Dr. Rochelle Walensky, when she talked about the 80% of the protection from the mask, she is talking about the cloth mask. And let us continue reading. Along with the microorganism these particles carry, cloth masks are not only effective block most large droplet, that is 20 to 30 micron and larger. So here's the problem. It says the cloth mask effectively block large droplet, 20 to 30 micron. 20 and 30 micron is very small. However, the size of the virus is in nanometer, is 1,000 times smaller. So that is very misleading, because even though the cloth mask, even though assuming whatever the CDC says here is true, that cloth mask is very effective in blocking the particle 20 to 30 micron. However, the size of the virus is almost 1,000 times smaller than these droplet, 20 to 30 micron. Then how could you prove that these cloth masks is also very effective in blocking this virus? And that is the first problem. So let us continue reading. But they also block the exhalation of the fine droplet and the particle, also often referred as aerosol, smaller than 10 micron. So even it's a 10 micron, it is still 1,000 times more than size of the virus, which increase the number. And so this is the first problem. So here it also says upward. Here it also says upward to the 80% blockage has been achieved in human experiment that have measured blocking all respiratory droplet. So it says that 80% of blockage to the droplet. That is, first problem is these droplet is not the virus. It's much larger than the virus. The second problem is these 80% means the ability to block this particle is 80%. And it is totally different than what Dr. Rochelle Walensky, she said 80% less chance than getting the SARS-CoV-2 virus. These are two totally different things. I don't know why she thinks this 80% of a blockage is the same as the 80% reduce your chance of getting SARS-CoV-2 disease. So this is a huge mistake. And also, let me keep reading. So here it says a human study of the masking and the SARS-CoV-2 transmission. Data regarding to the real-world effectiveness of community masking are limited to observational and epidemiological studies. So this is a good thing because the article I just read above, they are doing the experiment in the laboratory. It would be you will get a very different result in the real world. That is why it is important to do the real world observational study. So let's see what kind of observational study they have on CDC. And here it says an investigation of high exposure event in which 2 symptomatically ill hairstylists interact for an average of 15 minutes with each of 139 clients during an 8-day period, found that none of the 67 clients who subsequently consented to an interview and testing developed infection. The stylist and all clients universally wore masks in the salon as required by local ordinance and the company policy at the time. So this is the real-life observational study provided by the CDC. That is really bizarre. Why I say bizarre? Because these doesn't look like a study. Study usually they have a much larger number, and in this so-called study provided by the CDC, you only to see the 2 symptomatically ill hairstylists, and they are doing their business in this salon with another 139 clients. And they just tested 67 of them, and they use these data to prove to prove the mask is working. That is really weird for CDC because the CDC has more than 10,000 employees. Their salary, according to this website, 10,600 CDC employees earn 1.1 billion annually. So why don't they do a randomized control study for the mask? And instead, they I don't know where they find these 2 hair salon stylists, and just based on the 67 clients, they conclude mask is very effective in preventing the SARS-CoV-2. This is an anecdote. This is not a scientific study. Scientific study is you have to do the randomized control study on a large number of group of people. Not just you look at the one salon. There are so many salons just in my city. There are thousands of salons, and they just pick one salon and they show you, hey, tell you that the mask is very effective in preventing SARS-CoV-2. That is not very convincing, especially this is from the government agency CDC, who paid more than billions of dollars annually to their employees, and these observational and this anecdote is look like written by the high school student instead of the employees from the CDC. Okay, if you don't believe me, we can keep reading. They did another observation in a study of the 124. Again, only 124. I mean, if you only want to show me some, if you want to convince me with your scientific study or data, it has to be again, it has to be a randomized control study based on the large group of people. You cannot just say the 100 something samples. Otherwise, I can do a study from my Facebook as well. I have more than 100 friends, so I can do a Facebook study, and I can ask people who is wearing the mask and who got the COVID-19, and I can conclude whether the mask is effective or not. That is outrageous. So let us keep reading. In a study of the 124 Beijing household with more than one laboratory confirmed cases of SARS-CoV-2 infection, a mask used by the index patient and the family contact before the index patients develop symptoms reduce the secondary transmission within the household by 79%. So again, this only based on the 124 Beijing household. That is really a small number. And if you go to Beijing and check how many households in Beijing, it could be millions, and you only pick 124, right? And why you pick these 124, I don't know. And also CDC's American government agency, why you use the data from the Beijing study? That is also very bizarre. And yeah, you can keep reading on other observational study on CDC's website. And I'm not going to waste all my time to going through this anecdote, because these are apparently just anecdote, and it is cannot provide objective evidence and the data, and to prove that mask is can really, like Dr. Rochelle Walensky said, can reduce your chance of getting SARS-CoV-2 by 80%. It's very clear that you can see that Dr. Rochelle Walensky, she claimed that 80% effectiveness from the masking. However, this is very misleading according to the CDC's article. The 80% is from the ability the mask block the 80% of the droplet. It's not. They didn't do a randomized. They didn't do a randomized control study about the mask and the SARS-CoV-2. That is, they just proved that the mask can block 80% of droplet. that proves nothing regarding to the preventing the SARS-CoV-2. My personal conclusion is Dr. Rochelle Walensky, her message is very misleading and also not consistent with the CDC's article. I don't know what is wrong with the CDC, but as you can see, they're not using the scientific study to prove that the mask is like they claimed that it is really effective in control the SARS-CoV-2's transmission. And so if you agree with me, please hit the like button and share this video with more people, because if our leaders in the CDC, they are not even careful with their words and to spread the misleading information, that is really dangerous for the public health, because a lot of people based on the they will follow the, because she is the Dr. Rochelle Walensky, the CDC director. A lot of people, they believe whatever she said, they will think this is true, and they will believe that the mask is really 80% effective to prevent them to get a SARS-CoV-2 infection. And however, the CDC means these 80% is the ability, the mask, to block the 80% of the droplet. It's not the virus, and also absolutely not the infection. So please share this video with more people, so more people can see the truth, and have an amazing day, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye.